3 rules that transformed my life, ladies and gentlemen. Can you feel the electricity crackling in this room? Gather close, because I'm about to share something that'll shake the ground beneath your feet and set your soul on fire. Have you ever felt like life's got you in a chokehold, like you're running on a treadmill, pouring out sweat, heart pounding, lungs burning, but going absolutely nowhere? I've been there, stuck in the mud, broken, and staring at a horizon that felt like it was mocking me. I was drowning in a sea of doubt, wondering, is this all there is? Is this my story? But let me tell you something, I found 3 rules, 3 unshackable, life-altering principles that didn't just change my life, they transformed it. They took me from the valley of despair to the mountaintop of purpose, from a flicker of hope to a blazing inferno of possibility. And today, I'm handing you those same keys so you can unlock the life you were born to live. Are you ready? Can you feel the shift coming? Let's dive in. Rule 1, own your vision. The first rule is this: you've got to own your vision. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's gonna knock on your door with a silver platter and say, here's your dream life, sweeter, signed, sealed, delivered. You've got to see it before you seize it. I remember when I was trapped in a dead-end job, punching a clock, living paycheck to paycheck, feeling like my life was a rerun of a bad movie stuck on repeat. I was suffocating, y'all! My dreams were buried under bills, stress, and a voice in my head that said, this is all you'll ever be. But one night, I looked in the mirror and I saw a spark in my eyes, a spark that screamed, you were made for more than this. I started dreaming bigger than my circumstances. I saw myself speaking on stages, building businesses, touching lives, not because I had a degree framed on the wall or a bank account full of zeros, but because I dared to believe I could. Vision isn't just a daydream, it's the blueprint for your destiny. It's the GPS for your soul, guiding you through the fog when the world tries to throw you off course. But here's the catch, you've got to protect it like it's the most precious treasure you own. The world will try to steal your vision with negativity, distractions, and naysayers. They'll whisper, who do you think you are? You're too old, too young, too broke, too broken? Oh, but you look them square in the eye and say, I'm somebody with a purpose. I'm somebody with a plan. Write your vision down. Make it plain. Get a notebook, a napkin in the back of a receipt if you have to, and scribble it out. What do you want? A thriving career that lights you up, a family filled with love and laughter, a body that feels strong and alive. Write it down and let it burn in your heart like a wildfire that can't be contained. I'll never forget the day I wrote my vision down. I was sitting in a tiny apartment with barely enough money for rent, but I grabbed a cheap notebook and started writing. I will inspire thousands. I will build a legacy. I will live a life that matters. That act of writing wasn't just words on a page, it was a contract with my future. Every morning, wake up and declare, this is my day to make it happen. Surround yourself with people who fuel your vision, not folks who throw water on your flame. Because when you own your vision, you don't just live, you thrive. Can I get an amen from somebody who's ready to dream big, who's ready to claim their future right now? Rule 20, master your mindset now. Let's talk about the second rule, you've got to master your mindset. Your mind is the battlefield where victories are won or lost before you even step into the arena. I used to let fear run my life like a dictator. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of not being enough. I'd wake up every morning with a knot in my stomach thinking, what if I fall flat on my face? What if I'm not good enough? I was my own worst enemy, building cages with every negative thought. But one day I had an epiphany, my thoughts were shaping my reality and I had the power to rewrite the script. Your mind is like a garden. What you plant grows. Plant doubt and you'll harvest despair. Plant possibility and you'll reap progress. Life will throw punches, job losses, heartbreaks, betrayals, moments that make you want to curl up and quit. I've been there. I lost a job I thought was my lifeline. Bills were piling up, my confidence was in the gutter, and I felt like the world was screaming, give up. But I made a choice, I wasn't gonna let those punches knock me out. I started feeding my mind with positivity. I read books that stretched my thinking, books about success, resilience, and courage. I listened to stories of people who turned their pain into power. I surrounded myself with people who lifted me up, not tore me down, and I started speaking life over myself. Every day I look in the mirror and say, you are capable, you are resilient, you are unstoppable. When those negative thoughts creep in, and trust me, they will, like thieves in the night, kick them out like uninvited guests at your party. Replace them with affirmations that light up your soul. Tell yourself, I'm built for this. I'm stronger than my struggles. I'm destined for greatness. Your mindset isn't just a thought, it's your superpower. It's the lens through which you see every challenge, every opportunity. Master it and you'll unlock doors you never even knew existed. I think about a woman I met who was told she'd never walk again after an accident. She refused to accept that story. She fed her mind with hope, trained her body through pain, and today she's running marathons. That's the power of mindset! Who's ready to take control of their mind today? Let me see your hands. Let me hear you say, I'm in charge. Rule 38, take massive action now. We're at the third rule, and this is where the rubber meets the road. Take massive action. Dreams are beautiful, but they don't pay the bills. Vision is powerful, but it's nothing without execution. I learned this the hard way. I had big ideas. Oh, I was a dreamer. I'd lie awake at night imagining a life of impact and abundance. But I was sitting on those dreams, waiting for the perfect moment. Spoiler alert, the perfect moment is a myth. It's a lie that keeps you stuck. You've got to move now. Take that first step, even if it's messy, even if it's small, even if you're shaking in your boots. I started my journey with nothing but a notebook, a pen, and a fire in my belly that wouldn't quit. I made calls I was terrified to make, my hands trembling as I dialed. I knocked on doors that slammed in my face. I showed up when I wanted to hide under the covers, and every step I took built momentum. Action isn't just movement, it's a declaration to the universe that you're serious. You want to start a business, write the plan today, grab a pen and start sketching it out. You want to get healthy, lace up your sneakers and take a walk around the block right now. You want to mend a relationship, pick up the phone and make the call, even if your voice shakes. Don't wait for permission, don't wait for confidence. Action creates confidence, and when you move, life moves with you. I'll never forget the first time I stepped out in faith. I pitched an idea to a room full of people who I thought were way out of my league. My knees were knocking, my voice was shaking, my palms were sweaty, but I did it. And you know what? That one action opened a door that changed my life forever. I got a call a week later that led to my first big break. That's what action does, it builds bridges to your future. Think about it, every great thing in your life started with a single step. That job you love, you applied. That person you cherish, you said hello. So what's your next step? What's the one thing you can do today, right now, to move closer to your dream? Don't just think about it, do it. Who's ready to take action today? Let me hear you shout, I'm moving forward. So here's my challenge to you, my friends, my family in this room. Own your vision, master your mindset, and take massive action. These 3 rules didn't just change my life, they set it on fire. They turned a nobody into a somebody, a dreamer into a door, a wanderer into a warrior. And they can do the same for you. You're not here by accident. You've got a purpose, a calling, a destiny that's waiting for you to claim it. But it's not going to chase you down. You've got to run toward it with everything you've got. I see you out there. I see the single mom who's tired but still dreaming. I see the student who's scared but hungry for more. I see the entrepreneur who's been knocked down but isn't out. This is your moment. Get up, shake off the doubt, dust off the fear, and step into your greatness. The world is waiting for you to show up like never before. Write that vision down tonight. Speak life over yourself tomorrow morning. Take one bold step before the sun sets tomorrow. You got the keys, now go unlock your future. Who's with me? Let's transform our lives starting right now. Let's make it happen. I see you out there. I see the single mom who's tired but still dreaming. I see the student who's scared but hungry for more. I see the entrepreneur who's been knocked down but isn't out. This is your moment. Get up, shake off the doubt, dust off the fear, and step into your greatness. The world is waiting for you to show up like never before. Write that vision down tonight. Speak life over yourself tomorrow morning. Take one bold step before the sun sets tomorrow. You got the keys, now go unlock your future. Who's with me? Let's transform our lives starting right now. Let's make it happen.